imagine being able to take any design from a logo, a photo, or even something that you created on your phone or tablet, and turn that into a high quality t-shirt that looks like it came straight from a print shop. With DTF prints and a heat press, you can do exactly that from home. Today, I'm going to walk you through the simple process of making a custom t-shirt with DTF prints and a heat press. First, we have to prepare the shirt. Secondly, we'll position the print correctly onto the shirt using some other tools. And lastly, we will press, peel, and finish the final design. To start, you'll take your shirt. I like to use 100% cotton on the t-shirts. The first step is to prepare this t-shirt, and to do so, we will start by putting it on the press, face up, where the collar is just off the back. And once we have it nice and even on there, we will take our heat press, which is set to 325 degrees, and we will press this for only like 5 seconds or so, just to get the wrinkles and moisture off the t-shirt. Once that's done, the next step would be to take the shirt, and we want to actually fold it in half, vertically, all the way down. And this is going to give us a center line on the t-shirt to help us line up the DTF print more easily. So once we have that lined up, we'll do the same thing. We'll do a press, but only for about 5 seconds. And once that's done, that should give us a little crease running down the center to help us with our DTF print. So we'll put that back on the heat press, face up. Trying to get that lined up right in the center with the collar just off. Preparing the shirt ensures that the design will properly bond and adhere smoothly to the shirt. Now that the shirt is ready, we can move on to our next step, which is going to take our DTF print and get that prepared and lined up correctly on the shirt. The first step here, just like we did with the shirt, we are actually going to take our print and fold it in half. Doing so and lining it up with the shirt will help us get an even design lined up on the shirt. So something like that. The next step is to take this little shirt collar ruler guide, and you just line this up with the collar, and then you line the center line up with the center line we made on the shirt with the crease. And we'll take a little bit of heat tape and then take our design. This guide puts us about 2 to 3 inches down, which is where we want our design to be. So we'll line our design up with the guide, and then we'll also line up our crease with the shirt, with the crease in the shirt that we made earlier. Once we have that, we'll remove that guide, and we'll just double check to make sure we are lined up and even. And then we'll put a piece of heat tape at the very top just to help hold that into place. And then once we look at it and we make sure that everything is straight and everything looks good, step 2 is done, and the print is now ready to be pressed. The design is now lined up, it's ready, and the final step is pressing, peeling, and finishing the shirt. This is where the DTF print turns into a permanent design. To start this step, first thing we need to do is put our Teflon sheet on top of the print. Like I said earlier, we already have our press set to 325 degrees, and we are going to press it down for 15 seconds. You want to make sure that you have firm pressure when pressing. Now once this is done, we do have to let this cool for just a second because it is a cold peel. So we will actually pull it off just for a second. You can kind of give it a little bit of a rub to try to help that heat dissipate just a little bit quicker. It shouldn't take too long, just a few seconds. And you can slowly start to check to see if the design is staying down. And if it is, you can just go ahead and start pulling it right off. Like that. Now, it is almost done. You do have to put it back on one more time. Same thing, just get it lined up on there. Nothing needs to be perfect as long as it's straight underneath the heat press. You will need your Teflon sheet one more time. So we'll put that on there. Press it again for 15 seconds. Now once this is done, then the shirt is done. Pull off the Teflon sheet. Pull the shirt off. And there you go, the design is now stuck into the shirt. You can feel it, you can feel how the DTF print has kind of adhered into the fabrics. So with that, today we walked through how to make a t-shirt using a DTF print by preparing the shirt, by positioning the design on the heat press, and by pressing and finishing the final transfer. Each step helps to ensure that the design adheres to the t-shirt and into the fabrics to create the smooth, centered, and long-lasting design. With just a heat press and the DTF print transfer, you're not just decorating clothing. You're turning your ideas into something people can wear, they can enjoy, and every shirt becomes a small piece of art that you created. Thank you.